To the river I am going.
About 100 years ago, the James Douglas Jr. family wanted to develop a new copper mine in Jerome. With the creation of Jerome's Little Daisy Mine, they built a new smelter down on the valley floor, both instrumental in the establishment of the town of Cottonwood. The copper was brought down by rail, beginning in about 1918. 400 to 500 workers processed nearly 500 tons of ore a day. One of the most distinguishing parts of the smelter was the 425-foot smokestack that raised above the Verde Valley floor. This was a landmark that could be seen for miles around, and at one point was the tallest structure west of the Mississippi. But in 1938, the Little Daisy mine closed, and the smelter stopped operating. The smokestack was blown up in 1948, and the old hill became covered with bricks and rubble. For 60 years, the hill sat idle, but in 2008, the Lord called the River Community Fellowship, a church just 3.5 years old at the time, to begin restoring the old smokestack hill. What church would go about restoring the town's big pile of scrap and wreckage? The church which believes its relationship with the community matters. The church which believes in building a better future for her city. In 2009, the church cut a new road to the top of the hill and gave the town better access to her past. Soon after, the old base of the smokestack was restored and turned into a platform for worship and events. Hundreds of truckloads of dirt have since been brought up to the hill, and a strong 250-foot retaining wall bolsters the base. This summer, after many years of praying, planning, and developing the hill, the doors will open on a new 8,500 square foot church facility that looks out over the community. The church family has been a strong testimony in the community for years, renewing lives, comforting and nurturing hurting souls, and rebuilding faith. 65 years after the destruction of the old stack, a new landmark rises above the Verde Valley as a banner to the light and power of Christ. For such is the love of God, who loves to restore and make all things new. As the scripture reads in Isaiah 58, verses 10 through 12, "If you give yourself to the hungry and satisfy the desire of the afflicted, then shall your light rise from obscurity, and your darkness will be as the noonday. And the Lord will continually guide you and satisfy your desire in scorched places, and give strength to your bones. And you shall be like a watered garden, like a spring of water, whose waters do not fail. Those from among you will rebuild the old ruins. You will raise up the age-old foundations. You will be called the repairer of the chasm, the restorer of streets in which to dwell."